Welcome to Realistic Fitness. On this episode, we're running the rock. Welcome to Realistic Fitness at SHUPirates.com, brought to you by Adidas. I'm strength and conditioning coach Angelo Gingerelli. On this episode, we're going to take a look at baseball's fall conditioning and one particular part of that that's incredibly challenging. Successfully completing the rock is an important component of baseball's fall conditioning program for decades, and this year is no different. What running the rock actually means is we're going to run out of our campus gates to the left, up South Orange Avenue, which is pretty much all incline, into South Mountain Reservation, where I am right now, get to the top of the reservation, and then loop back around the 4 miles, pretty much all decline, until we get back into campus. However, in a weird twist of fate, at about mile 7, it actually inclines again as you come into our campus. So, kind of like your grandparents used to say, I walk to school uphill both ways. This run is uphill both ways, and it's incredibly mentally challenging because you kind of think it should be all smooth sailing all the way down. You hit that last incline about mile 7 and you're just like, what? How could this happen? If you watch the show all the time, you can probably tell I'm the kind of guy who likes to joke and kid around with the players and tell them what they're doing isn't as hard as they're making it out to be. That is not the case with the rock. In the last year, I've run a marathon, 2 half marathons, and probably a dozen smaller races all around New Jersey, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, the rock is not a joke. All right, what have you heard from the older guys about the rock?
A lot of nasty, dirty things about it. I mean, we try to keep it as realistic as possible. We run hills with older kids, and at first they try to scare us a little bit, but we kind of learned that it's just pretty much double a hill, which is about 9 miles.
Yeah, what's your advice to the freshmen that have never done this before?
Just stay positive. Basically, I just sing songs in my head, like just to keep my mind off the run. Get up there, good scenery, get to see New York, and just get back down, and it'd be a piece of cake.
What's your strategy going into it?
Usually for the hills and everything, I'm usually in the middle, trying to keep up with the older guys, keeping up front. So I'm going to try to do that, keep the pace, just push myself. It's all about mental toughness. Just keep going.
Okay, you've done the rock 3 times. How brutal is this?
It's a pretty bad run. You know, it's 9 miles. It's pretty long. You're not really ever trained to do something like this, and you can train yourself for a couple of miles, maybe 4 miles at the most that we've trained. And the 9 miles is more of a mental thing for you. You know, you're ready to do the 4, and then you really got to just push through it at the end. It's no longer physical, and it's just really getting your mindset right to finish this out and finish strong.
Come on, Jose. Come on, man.
All right, man, how are you feeling after you finished?
It feels good to be done. You know, everyone talks about this all fall and how this is the last thing we'll do in the fall, but it feels good to be over with. It's a sign that we're done with our fall, and it's all the hard work that we put in really comes down to this.
As far as team building goes, how much does this mean to us?
It's great. I mean, everyone pushing for each other, it really makes us come together, and just fighting through it as a team, and knowing each person on our team is working just as hard as you are. It's fantastic.
Is it overhyped? Do we make too big of a deal of it, or is it really that hard?
It depends. I think it's kind of overhyped. Everyone talks about it from the day you get here from school. But actually when you're doing it, it's really not that bad. You just set your own pace and you just go along with it. Once you have the hills, I don't think it's that bad after that.
Yeah, everyone's always talking about how long this has been going on, and our coaches still do it today with us, and they always talk about how when they played and when they did it when they played here. It's great to see how huge names before us like Craig Biggio, Mo Vaughn, all those big guys did this exact same thing, and it's really cool.
Okay, well that's going to do it for this episode of Realistic Fitness. I want to thank all the baseball players and coaches for letting me let you into their world and take a look at how hard our fall conditioning program really is. And I know we normally end off every episode with a viewer question, but I got to run 8 miles uphill both ways. So we're going to save that for next week. We'll see you next time on Realistic Fitness.